Hey everybody, welcome back to Chortle Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Jake, and with me as always, the Stream King, the Far Cry Guy, and the Bowing Bowman, Steven.
Thank you for having me. As if I have to thank you for having me. You need me.
It is literally,
you need me.
It is literally you and me always, Steven. It is you or me, and mostly you. There's a song about that. What is it? I think it's from the Book of Mormon. There's a song that's like
you and me, but mostly me.
Yeah, together you and me, but mostly me. That's mine and Steven's relationship. So what a weird musical. Great musical, very funny, but very adulthood. But that's not what we're here to talk about. This is Chortle Cast, the official podcast of Chortle Games, where we talk about video games, TV shows, movies, anime, whatever the heck we want to talk about. We got a great short and sweet episode for you. This is airing a little late. Normally the podcast airs at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time on Mondays, but it's Tuesday, Steven, that this is going live. So
it is.
We apologize. It's just how the way that things work into 2020. Things just don't go as planned.
Things don't work in 2020. That's how they work.
That is exactly right. So we're going to talk about some Spider-Man with a new face. We're going to talk about Ghost of Sashima getting
Spider-Boy.
Yeah, Spider-Boy. We're going to talk about Cyberpunk going gold, and then we're going to talk about Steve from Minecraft in Super Smash Brothers. And we're going to jump right into it because we got to go. We got a lot to get through on this Tuesday, all right? So we've got a forward compatible preview coming up. Steven, the people voted. They had choices. They voted. A selection has been made, and we're going to talk about it after this podcast.
That is true.
In case you didn't know, Forward Compatible is a series we do where we take a game we haven't played in at least 5 years, and we live stream a full playthrough of it, and then give you a review at the end of it. So we'll tell you about that, what was chosen. The preview is going to come out right after this, like right after this. Right after this. So like 30 to 40 minutes from now.
Right after?
Right after. As close to after as YouTube will let me do it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it needs me to give it like a 5-minute break.
As close to right to the after you can be. But not too far. Anyway, stick around. You'll get to hear all about that. And we'll keep rolling. For being in a rush, we're taking way too much time.
I know. I'm sorry. All right, let's get into it. Spider has a new face.
He does.
For some godforsaken unknown reason, I'm kidding, it's not unknown, but I still don't understand it. Insomniac has changed the face of Spider-Man. This is, of course, for their Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, which is coming to PS5, which is a whole other debacle because you can only get it if you through the Miles Morales thing, and it's like an extra $20 as I understand it. Like, that's, sure, but like, why can't I just get the free upgrade version like a lot of other games like Watch Dogs and Cyberpunk? Why can't I do that?
Because you're paying for the new face.
Apparently, that's a very good point. Apparently, we're paying for this new face. So basically what has happened, I'll try to throw up a picture if I can remember to. That's a lie. Jake's not going to do that. Basically,
just look up small child on Google Images. It's the first one.
Basically, as part of the Miles Spider-Man, the Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, Insomniac will pack in a code for the PS5 remaster of 2018 Marvel Spider-Man game. Developers shared a new update, basically saying that part of the remaster is that they have redone the character model for Spider-Man. And so I'm trying to get to the meat of this here. All right. So one of I think this was a creative director they have quoted here. I'm reading from IGN. We loved working with John Bubnak on the original game. However, to get a better match to Peter Parker / Spider-Man actor Yuri Lowenthal's facial capture, we have cast Ben Jordan to be the face model for the Peter Parker on the PS5 console. And that's really the meat of it. There's some other
you
things
mispronounced that name. It's pronounced Tom Holland, not Yuri Lowenthal. I don't know where you got that from.
Oh, well, Tom Holland for Yuri Lowenthal or for Ben Jordan? Because Ben Jordan's who he looks like now, who looks like Tom Holland.
That's what I meant.
I understand. Because Yuri Lowenthal. So full stop. When this first broke, my heart sank, and I was like, "What the hell did Yuri Lowenthal do?" Because all I was seeing was new Spider-Man. There's a new Spider-Man in the update, and I was just like, "What? Like, did something happen? Did someone
cancel Yuri?
Yeah, has Yuri been canceled? Like, what could have happened that they would take a finished game and just say, nope, get him out?"
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I was relieved to see that was not the case. But I don't know. Steven's right. It's a much younger looking face. I will say this: the remaster looks great. Watched. They have a great comparison clip, which it does have a very They chose the most spoilery scene they possibly could have chosen. Thing? Yeah, it's a whole Doc Ock scene. Anyway, to do a comparison, the remaster looks awesome. I think this new Peter Parker looks fine, but I've kind of felt the same way about the other one. I was like, all right, that's Peter. Cool. I get it. I don't feel any better about this one, but it just seemed like a weird change.
I feel worse because I think it looks like a great Peter Parker, but like early college Peter Parker, maybe, but this is supposed to be like young adult Peter Parker, like in his mid 20s or something like that, right?
I agree, and he feels like he's Miles' age now, and that's not the case. In fact, Miles kind of looks older in my memory.
He does. Does. He looks way older than Peter now, and that's dumb.
Such a weird choice. That obviously a choice that costs money. I'm sure you're right. That is part of it. Is that they put a lot of work, and in some cases, I would say unnecessary work.
It's unnecessary
the
work.
Game. That it's just they were like, we've got to charge. We can't not charge money for this because it was a lot. Yeah. But whatever. I'm gonna play my backwards compatible version of the PS4 version, and if I even do that, I'm probably just gonna play Miles Morales and give it a thumbs up and keep rolling. You know what I mean?
I hate to say it, but I'm probably gonna get the full version so that I
really?
Yeah, probably so. Because I want to see what they've done to upgrade the game.
Yeah.
It just
Spider-Man was a big game for you too, though. That was
a very big game
top
for me
from the PS4 generation.
Absolutely. So I don't know. We'll see.
Anyway, let us know what you think about the new babyface Spider-Man in the comments. But let's keep rolling because we've got more to talk about and more to do. Nintendo dropped the next Super Smash Brothers DLC fighter. And believe it or not, Steven, it is Minecraft's very own Steve, Alex, Zombie, and Enderman. All of which will be available in Super Smash Brothers. I guess, is it later this week? No, October 13th. So not quite this week. We've got a little bit of time, but all coming there. The announcement trailer was very nice. It definitely was teasing. I thought it was about to go towards Paper Mario because it focuses on Mario at first, and he's fighting some folks.
Why would they put a Nintendo character in Smash, Jake?
Steven, who knows? Who knows what's happening? Anyway, it shows Mario. He gets smashed by Sonic, who can apparently, we can add this to Sonic's list of like abilities and crazy things that he's done. He apparently has the power to send people to Minecraft. So that's kind of a cool thing to do.
What a weird ability.
I know, right? Anyway, Mario gets punched through the wall. He's in a dark cave. There's all these sounds and eyes. And then it hyper focuses on the wall and you hear the little, and then it's Steve comes out and stands there and it's very quiet. And for a second, I thought it was a joke. I was like, man, they just pulled the King KK Rule and Banjo-Kazooie like fake out, But like, I was like, it's probably going to circle around, but somehow this is not going to be right. Anyway, it's Steve. He's there. They had to. Sakurai talked about how he had to basically completely redo the game to make this work. Some other news stories have come out this week about how it's something that's been in the works for about 5 years, which I don't exactly remember when Smash Brothers launched, but I feel like that would almost be the beginning of the life. Like before that game launched, this was in the works, which is crazy to think about. But anyway, there's all sorts of cool. You can go look up his abilities and all his stuff. But he's got his typical. It feels very much like Minecraft. If you watch the trailer, he can actually like jump, and when he jumps, you can build a block under you, and you can actually like build walls and build like platforms and stuff. Which I don't know how that's not going to be just like OP as hell. But whatever. Yeah. You can do all that sort of stuff. You got the pickaxe. You can craft things. You can craft food. It is a very. I feel like he's going to play very differently from every other character in the game. So I like that. When Kirby eats him, he becomes a block. So there you go. All the big questions. But anyway, if you want to find out more about that, you can go check it out. Look through all the hard details. Again, coming on October 13th. Steven, what are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about Steve coming to? I almost said coming to Minecraft, but coming to Smash Brothers.
I think it's dumb.
Yeah,
I think there's such a rich roster of Nintendo characters. I'm not in the group of people that thinks Waluigi should be playable because I think it's just a meme at this point and no one actually cares. But
Steve was kind of a meme in my opinion. I never thought that would happen.
I mean, I've seen all these memes from like Master Chief to Dante, but like even Dante, I would much prefer to Steve because he fits more, and right. they have all these Devil May Cry games were re-released on the Switch, so I just don't understand. Like it's so out of place, and I don't like thinking, well, gosh, anybody could be in Smash. I don't like that because that's not the point, or that's not supposed to be.
That's definitely that's kind of where I feel, and it's one of those things that I think I figured this out too late. But yeah, I agree with you. It's like I wish it was more just the Nintendo family and not, right. Obviously, a lot of these characters and a lot of these games are, like you said, they're on the system. They are, some of them have a rich history and relationship with Nintendo, which is why, they were earlier, characters that, were pre-Ultimate even. But I don't know. Now that we're here at Steve, it's like, okay, this has gone too far, in my opinion.
I agree.
But whatever. I am one of those people that I'm just glad. I'm glad if you're hyped about Steve, I'm happy for you. I'm not mad about it. I'm not upset. I'm still gonna play the game. I have the game. I bought the character packs for this next fighter pack, so I'm getting all of these anyway. So I'm just at a cool, not for me, but glad for everybody else who was super excited. The other fun thing about this was it literally broke Twitter when this happened. Twitter would not it stalled out Twitter after this launch, which is pretty exciting. So anyway, if you're a Super Smash Brothers person, you've got the fighter pack, October 13th. Get excited. Speaking of release dates and hoping they won't be pushed back, and now knowing they won't be pushed back, Cyberpunk 2077 has gone gold. In case you didn't know what gone gold means, because I feel like it's just a very common term. That is when the released version of the game is complete, and it is usually a disc that is gold, but it's what they're going to send to print disc, basically. And so it's going to be the digital version, everything. So when it's a big social media beat. When your game has gone gold, you post it. It's exciting. Lets people know that, like, hey, there's no more delays. Nothing else is coming. And we've been hearing that from the Cyberpunk team. In fact, another news story that I almost pulled for this week was the Cyberpunk team kind of talked about how they doubled down on we're not delaying. And there was some news coming out about how they have established kind of a last minute crunch. As I understand it, people are being compensated for that extra work, which is good. You know, we always talk about crunch, and no one really likes crunch. But anyway, I didn't pull that story because I didn't want to get all into that. But anyway, Cyberpunk has gone gold. So now we're real. All right, we're here. We've made it. It's happening. November 19th, Cyberpunk will be coming out. Steven, what are your thoughts? Are you excited? Where do you stand on Cyberpunk right now?
I'm excited. I don't know if I'm gonna get it right away. Depends on how addicted I am to Watch Dogs Legion.
I understand that.
So I don't know.
You're gonna have plenty of time, Steven, to get to know if you want to have it, because right after this game launches, we're doing a 24-hour live stream for charity as a part of Extra Life, 24-hour game day, which I actually don't know if it's on November 21st, but that's when we're doing it. So, and one of my games that I'm going to play is Cyberpunk. So I'm sure you'll be there with me for at least part of that. So you can really get a feel for it and decide if you want to play.
That's true.
It's true. I'm just excited. I'm glad it's gone gold. I hope, talking about the crunch, I hope the team is getting, is not crunching too hard, and that they are getting, well compensated for their work. But I'm very excited for Cyberpunk and ready to play it. Speaking of other things that we're ready to play, Ghost of Tsushima, Legends, the new co-op mode, the free co-op mode, I should also mention, is coming to PS4 on October 16th. This is a huge update for Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, definitely.
It is not only launching this new multiplayer mode, but it's adding a bunch of other things to the base game. So again, this is all free. This is an update that you're going to get on October 16th. So if you have Ghost of Tsushima, or if you've been thinking about getting Ghost of Tsushima, which I highly recommend. In fact, didn't it just go on sale? Wasn't there a sale?
It might have. I know there's a bunch of games from the PS4 generation on sale right now. Borderlands 3, which I've been playing with Austin, is $30 right now, which is pretty good.
Brody or Miles one shared something, was like, wow, it's already on sale. And I was like, it's great. If you don't have it, get it. Anyway, get it. It's a great game. This is just adding some more value to it. Again, a huge update. So it's bringing lots of different stuff. They're adding a new game plus mode, which is going to have some additional trophies. There's going to be a new merchant called the Ghost Flower Merchant, who's going to have different cosmetics and cosmetic stuff that you can get. There's going to be armor loadouts, which is a huge thing for me.
So transmog, is that what that is?
No. Steven, no. If they had added transmog to this game, I would be on another planet right now. All right? I would be on another planet. This is, you can set loadouts. So, Steven, you and I are big fans of, what's that armor called again? Todoroki's armor?
Tadiori.
Tadiori, the bowman armor, which looks pretty good. I'm happy with the style of it. But anyway, it has a bunch of natural perks that enhance your archery. I would basically, if I got into a fight or was approaching combat, I would switch to that, and then I'd go maybe flip a couple charms around, and then I'd engage. But if I was just riding around, especially early on in the game, I was usually just in my traveler's attire with a couple pieces of gear. Anyway, just like there's a lot of gear heavy situational things. And so you basically
switch a lot, especially with like duels.
And you don't have to switch a lot. I think you can. I very much just kind of got comfortable with the bow armor and just kind of was like, this is how I'm playing it. But I would also do duels, right? Like duels, if you switch to the Sakai armor, which gives you like a lot of extra dueling abilities, like that really helps you out. Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. So now you have armor loadouts where you can set the armor you want and then set charms that you want applied. And basically, you can go pick a loadout. Boom, you're in it, ready to go on to the next team. They're adding a playtime indicator and then some new options for photo mode. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. That was a short list there that I had. Anyway, and then of course they're adding the new multiplayer mode called Legends. There's going to be a new character called I believe I'm saying this right, Gyozen. He's the storyteller. He'll appear in the game. If you talk to him, you'll be able to access the Legends, or you can do it from the main menu. I believe you have to have. I don't know this, and I don't think it's written here. So anyway, So the cool thing about Legends is there is a story mode, and so there is a little bit of a story happening, and this can be played with up to two players. So Steve and I imagine you and I will be doing a little bit of this together,
of course,
maybe streaming it. But there's going to be a little bit of a story mode that we can do together. But the cool thing is Legends will feature 4 classes: the Samurai, the Hunter, the Ronin, and the Assassin. Each will have their own playstyle advantages. And when you begin Legends, you'll choose your class, and others can be unlocked through play. So hopefully, Steven, you and I can both pick one, and then, we can unlock the others as we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Each character will start.
Did you say if there is a certain amount of the game, of the single player, you have to have done to unlock Legends, or is it just available?
That is a great question. I have not seen any comment on that. However, I'm assuming because you can access it from the title screen, you should be good.
I would think it's different. Yeah.
I would think you're good, but that is a great question. How far have you beat? You beat.
I haven't beaten it. No, I got.
You and Brody never beat Ghost of Tsushima?
I got sidetracked.
Dang.
By everything.
Well, I mean, I understand. I platinumed it, man. I tore through it.
I know you did.
I see, and I'm hesitant to do the new game plus mode because it's like I literally did everything. I don't know that I want to go back anymore. But anyway, there's class specific charms. There's ranged weapons. I want to talk about the classes. All right. And what they do.
Yes.
Because to me, that's what I've been waiting for, on this whole thing. I'm on board with the concept. So the samurai, quote, can run straight through combat and stay there, sustaining their health while chopping enemies down left and right. They also have a Hachiman's Fury ultimate attack that will slash through enemies in a flurry of attacks. So if you want to go to the PlayStation blog, they have a bunch of images and they can show you some gear and stuff. It seems like everyone's going to have at least a katana, a bow, and then you'll have charms and other things you can do. So like the samurai can do, he's got a stone katana, which I'm assuming is the stone stance, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
The half bow. He's got a samurai charm, and then it says dirt throw here, and I'm not sure if that's a charm or what that is. There's also a ground healing, but basically the samurai is a tank.
Probably active abilities.
Could be. It does say class ability. So anyway, samurai, think tank. All right, you're up in the combat. You're strong. You can take some hits. All that good stuff. The hunter can stand on the edge of combat and snipe enemies before they even see you. Explosive arrows will also be available to slow down enemies. And the Eye of Uchinsun ultimate attack will unleash multiple arrows straight at your enemies' heads. So again, this person has a wind katana. They've got a long bow. A utility charm, again, this dirt throw, healing ground, or healing gourd. That's what that says. It's just too small. Mm-hmm. Anyway, very cool. Basically your sniper, your archer, your ranger character, the hunter, again, is what that one's called. I don't want to say I'm calling dibs on this one, Steven, but I'm leaning towards this one for me personally. Okay. All right. I figured you would like that one, but I'm about to get you right here. Okay. This is yours. They made this one for you. All right. Ronin players can revive their entire team with the breath of Izanami, ultimate ability.
You should know what Izanami is at this point.
Izanami. I was trying to get into it. I got into it wrong and couldn't land. The Izanami ultimate ability. Also, and perhaps most importantly, they can summon a spirit dog. And yes, you can pet the good spirit puppers.
Okay.
So you're a Ronin.
I don't know.
You're a Ronin. I'm assuming you can equip different katanas per character, because he also has the wind katana, and I feel like that should be wrong. That's wrong. That should be something else. Half bow. He's got a range charm, which that doesn't make sense. He's got a kunai. Anyway, you can summon. You can summon. It's a healer who can summon spirit dogs. Steven, what more do you want? You know what I mean?
That's true. That does sound pretty tempting. I don't know why the Ronin is that, but
you know, Steven, there were only so many gameplay styles in Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you only had the katana. You had your one katana. You know what I mean? What else are we gonna do? The assassin is meant for those who love doing massive damage with a single strike. They can utilize their Shadow Strike ultimate ability. That will allow you to teleport across the battlefield and directly strike your enemies. Lastly, they can wear terrifying masks that will surely strike fear into their enemies. So basically, the Ghost. I'm surprised they didn't call it the Ghost. The Ghost class, you're an assassin. Mm-hmm. Again, I am assuming you can equip new katanas, because this one also says wind katana, half bow. I'm calling bull. You know, there's somebody didn't mix it up here. But anyway. Yeah. So another fun class. I'm leaning between the hunter and the assassin. Feel like I'm probably going to go with the hunter first, and then might be switching between assassin once I unlock it. But anyway, I figured Ronin or the hunter would be calling your name, Steven. So
that's accurate. And Ronin probably is the one I'm going to go for, because I can snipe with the half bow. I don't need a longbow. I'm good.
See, I am interested. I am most interested to see how this really is going to play out, because like you said, I did most of my bow fighting in Ghost of Sashima.
Yeah, longbow was a stealth weapon.
I wouldn't even say a stealth weapon. I'd say it is truly sniping. Like, I did not use the longbow unless it was a character who I didn't think he was too far, that I didn't think I could hit him in the head. So I knew I was going to have to kill him with a body shot.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It was a weapon you used before your stealth was broken.
Right. So
like your combat bow was the half bow.
That's true. I understand what you're saying. So anyway, yeah, I'm very interested to see how this is going to go, how this is going to play out. I'm very excited about this, though. This was something, and when this was first announced, I was very excited, because this was something that I was not expecting, would not have necessarily been like crying out for. But I am really, this is going to give some great legs to this game. And then even if you're not interested in the co-op stuff, like this is a great update. New game plus, that's huge. The loadout thing almost makes me wish I was like you and Brody and had just not finished yet, because I got really good at flipping that around on my own.
Once they announced Legends, that's when I kind of knew that I was going to put the game up for a bit, because they were going to update the game with more. It's kind of the whole, I think Far Cry 5 is the game I go to for that example, where I blazed through the story for Far Cry 5. And then for like the following year, they just kept adding stuff. So it was like, then why did I play this campaign? I don't want to have to play it again. But you're like, you know, so
I understand.
I just kind of stepped back and waiting for some of those quality of life changes so that I can go in and not have to replay it.
I get that. Well, I'm very excited about that. That is all the news we have today. We have just a second more before we have to transition to the preview of our next Forward Compatible. Steven, as you well know, I have just been on a roller coaster since, I guess, midsummer of just, I feel like I've just been trying to catch up. I've been shooting weddings. I've been busy. I've been working late at work, my real job and my side job. So video games have very much taken a back seat for me. I played a little bit of Genshin Impact. I guess that came out last Monday. I literally have just played a little bit. All right. I got to the first town. I fought a dragon.
Barely played it.
How far have you gotten?
I don't even know. I think I just got the second character, the bow chick.
Okay. You and I are very close to each other.
Wow, you have barely played this game.
I have barely played it, but I will say this. I love the look. I love the feel. I'm very much still figuring things out. Like I know, obviously, as you understand too, Steven, you have multiple characters you can play, characters you can unlock. And part of that is kind of where the microtransaction-y side of it comes in. Or you have to really grind to get characters. I'm not sure what I want out of characters yet. But my biggest complaint at this point is I wish, because the other thing is this is on PS4, but it's also on mobile and PC. As I understand it, mobile and PC can cross save, right? You can and cross progression.
I've tested that myself.
Have you?
It is cross save.
Okay, great. I wish it did that with PS4 because I am finding myself. I got a new iPad Mini. That's actually what I'm using for all my notes and such today. But anyway, I have been debating if I want to download Genshin Impact on here because I've been playing some more. Not intense. Intense is not the right word, but like there's a couple Apple Arcade games like the Samurai Jack game that when that came to Apple Arcade, I was like, well, I don't want to buy that separately because I have it for free here, but I also don't want to play that without a controller. So, and that's very much how I feel about Genshin Impact. I do not want to play it with a mobile touchscreen. Although I've heard a lot of great reviews that it is very much, it works great and feels great that way. But anyway, so I wish the iOS could sync with my PS4 and I could somehow cross connect those, but it is what it is. So I'm almost to the point where I have to make a decision. Do I want to just play on my iPad or do I want to play on my PS4? Which am I going to have more time with? But I don't know. Anyway, that's about all I've been playing. I've been playing some Apple Arcade games. There's a great game, an Apple Arcade game that I called out early when it came out called Outlanders. And it's kind of a it's not quite Civ, but it is kind of that vein where like you're building farms and you're, completing certain objectives. And when the Apple Arcade first launched, they had, I'm just going to say 6 levels that you could play. And it was like, we're making more. We'll, stay tuned for updates. I pretty much dropped off, just completely walked away. So that was a great mobile game. I don't know when this has happened, but there are lots of updates now. There's probably 10 levels. And they also, which I love, they added just free play. So you can make a custom map and just go. How big can you get your civilization to be? How good can you make it? Which is something when it first launched, I was like, I wish I could do that because I just fiddle around with that while I wait for updates. So anyway, great stuff. Steven, what have you been playing? Anything you want to talk about real quick before we wrap the show?
Honestly, I haven't been playing that much. I'm trying Borderlands 3 again. I've been playing it a little bit with Austin. Been playing some Division 2 Summit. It's fine. It's not bad. It's not great. I feel like there is something.
Are you still playing Avengers? Have you fizzled out on Avengers?
Off and on.
Off and on.
I think I'm at the point where like
until there's an update.
I check the vendors each day to see like if they've got any gear that I want for Iron Man. Like I'm looking for a specific perk that called like a shield payload or something that I want on a Iron Man piece. So I'm waiting for the right kind of perk for that. I'll play it occasionally. Like I'll hop in, do some challenges for the characters. It's fun, but I mean, I'm typically the kind of person that with games like that, I fall off very quickly when I don't have people to play them with. And I don't solo games very well.
I apologize for that as well. That is partly on me. That's fine. Time to play.
Yeah, I understand. But I'm pretty much just waiting for Hawkeye at this point. And Kate Bishop. I don't know if I'm gonna play her. I'm gonna at least try her.
Right.
But because the exotics are so difficult to get right now, and they dropped the ball with making it to where you only can get them through single player content, which was such an oversight.
Right.
I'm waiting. So I'm not really hitting the game too hard right now. I'm playing it on occasion, but waiting for taking aim, and I'm very excited for Hawkeye. I just hope that it's sooner than the end of November that we get him.
Hopefully.
Although I am excited to try it on PS5. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, man, I'm so ready for the PS5. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. Although I don't know where I'm going to put it because it is huge. Have you seen? I almost pulled the story, but like there's still a lot of embargoes about like they can't really show off the UI or anything yet. But we've seen models are in the wild now. It's huge. I mean, ginormous. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah.
Just a big curvy boy.
I saw somebody make a meme of Captain America getting Mjolnir at the end, the final battle of Endgame.
Yeah.
And the tip of the hammer was the Xbox Series X. And then it showed Thanos with his double-bladed spear thing out, and both blades were the PS5. It was a very well-crafted meme.
What a wonderful meme. That's great. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Chortle Cast. We do hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, there's a couple things you can do to help us out. Number one, if you're watching on YouTube, you're already at chortlegames.com. You can like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment, all that good stuff. We love conversation in the chat and in the comments, so feel free to comment in. If you're also, you may be watching this live on Facebook. That's at Chortle Games on Facebook. You can, of course, like, follow, leave a comment there as well. We see it everywhere. So feel free to join in the conversation. If you
see everything.
If you hate these two platforms and you think, why am I watching here? Well, we can't do the podcast on Twitch or Twitter yet, but you can watch our live streams that we do throughout the week on those channels. Twitter is at Chortle Games and Twitch is twitch.tv/Chortle_games. What's that you say? We also do live streams. We don't just do this podcast on Monday and sometimes Tuesday at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. We do live streams normally every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, typically starting around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. This week, the plan is for me and Steven to do some Avengers, maybe some Genshin Impact, probably not, but maybe on Thursday night. Friday night, I will be playing Genshin Impact. Hopefully I can at least get to the place where I have co-op on the Friday stream. Again, I have not played very much. And then Steven's going to be covering the Saturday night stream. But Steven is also doing a Forward Compatible for the month of October. Forward Compatible, again, is a series we do where we take a game we haven't played in at least 5 years, and we do a full replay on the channel as a live stream. And then at the end of it, we do a review that Steven writes and I edit. We all have a great time, and it's awesome. That's what Steven's going to be doing the rest of the week. Steven, the people have waited. We're about to see a preview here in just a second about this game. What is it that you're going to be playing this month? As voted by the people.
You guys voted for it. You had 3 options. Your options were The Bureau, XCOM Declassified, Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon, and Spec Ops The Line. And you guys, by 1 vote, picked Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon, which is fitting. And I think that's probably the reason most of you voted for it, because I would be surprised if more than like 2 of you even have heard of this game. You guys voted for it probably because it's October, so it's time to get spooky. So
we gave you some.
That's what we're going to be doing.
Horror adjacent, I believe is what you called them. Options,
that is what I called them.
And of those options, Fear was by far and away the most horrific option. So I'm excited, Steven. I'm excited to get into the spooky time with watching you play some Fear. It's going to be a good time. We're going to hear all about Steven's like initial memories of Fear and kind of get a baseline for that review in the preview, which is coming up right after this. So if you're interested, stick around. If you're not, we'll see you in the live streams this week. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your patience and understanding with a little bit later podcast in the week. We definitely appreciate you guys. Steven, thank you for being here as always. We'll see you next time.
Of course. Bye.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.